Hey guys, welcome back. I've got a clever app to show you now. It's basically used for making widgets. Now you can't actually read it there, but it's called Ultimate Custom Widget, or UCCW. I don't know where the second C comes from. Ultimate Custom Widget to me is UCW, but anyway, UCCW. And you need to know that because that's how you'll find lots of other widgets that can be run from this application. Now, it does get a little, I suppose it does get a little confusing, a little complicated. I'm going to try and sort of explain just the very basics. I'm not going to go into detail. Some of the things that people do with this app are pretty amazing, to be honest, and I'm just going to show you the basic stuff. So, we tap up there, the plus minus in the corner. Items, add items to the widget. There are lots of options to do with weather, shapes, images, Gmail accounts, time, tasker variables. My goodness, I'm not going to get into that. I did manage to do a tasker variable to keep account of WhatsApp incoming messages, but it isn't easy. Maybe I'll do a video on it at some point if I can work out what I did. So let's try and make a very simple widget with the time, the date. Let's have a battery circle, and the current temperature. Right, it's thrown it all in there in the top corner of our widget. So select an object. I'm going to select the battery circle. Look, so now the selected item is the battery circle. So when I go to position, you'll see that's what's moving along there is the battery circle. I can tick faster movements and it moves it at 10 pixels at a time. You see the number changing up by 10. Now this isn't going to be any kind of masterpiece widget that I'm going to show you. I'm literally just showing you how it works, and then off you go. You can make your own. So I'm putting the circle, whoopsie, down there in the corner. Now let's close. I can swipe side by side to change things. So if I want to make this wider, higher, probably should have done that before I positioned it actually. In hindsight, so let's go back, position, take the fast moving. Right, there's me circle. You can change the battery indicator color at various different points. So now that will change color as the battery runs down through those positions. We can make it a bit thicker. Whoa. So, I mean, hopefully you're already getting the idea of how customizable this is. Now, let's select the date, position. So just move that. Just like I say, I'm not trying to make anything fancy here. I'm literally just trying to give you the idea. Current temperature. Come on, out we go, out to the side. And then finally the time, size, whee, let's make it big. So obviously bring that down a bit now. Right, I want to change the colour of that. It remembers some of the colours that you've already used, so that's good. Let's make the current temperature a bit bigger though, that's quite small, isn't it? And yes, it is 1 degree here in Finchley. Okay, now let's get rid of that background totally. Background's gone. I could throw an image in as the background. I think effectively the background is really the size of the widget as well. So you can change that there. Let's see, what else do I want to do? Hotspots. Okay, so hotspot number 1, I can tap on the number and change which one I'm doing. So number 1, I want an app. And I want the clock. There. Now tap on the screen, if you can just see behind my finger. Whoopsie daisy. So now I need to change the width and the height. Done. So let's go on to hotspot 2. I want that on the date, so it's a little bit wider, but a little bit shallower. Oops, close. That'll do. Doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, I didn't assign that to anything. Hotspot app. Calendar. Hotspot number 3. It's be thinner, but higher. That'll be the battery, and I put the. I suppose I can do it real quick. Actually, it'll be a setting, won't it? No, I can get a better battery stats, but you can shortcut. I think I'm going the right way. I hope I'm going the right way. Maybe not. I need to remember how I get to a setting. There we go. Sorry, it is settings shortcut, battery, and finally number 4 up here in the corner. Thinner than that, but I'm happy with the height. It's a bit tricky sometimes. You have to imagine you're doing the top corner of the hotspot. This one will be an app, and this one will be weather. Right. So save, export the skin. I want to save it. I'm just going to call it test. Right. That's now been saved. Let's come back to my desktop. Let's add a widget. Now I'm not looking for test, I'm looking for UCCW, there it is. My home screen is kind of 12 by 9, so even if I do 5 by 2 it's going to come out very small. Now these are all of the UCCW widgets that I've got, some that I've just imported, some that I've made, and there's test look. So we tap that. Now like I say, no, touch here, so we touch there and it should load in. There's my widget. Now as I said, I've got a crazy large desktop. Now maybe also I should have left the white background in so we can see the black text. Now the next problem we've got. Oh no, it does work straight off. Sometimes, oh I know what. Oh no, it's working even better. Sometimes when you resize the widget, the hotspots stay where they were originally on like the small size widget, and you have to go into UCCW. Let me show you just manually in case you do come across this problem. So you go into it, hotspot mode, you turn it off. It restarts UCCW. You come back. Now when I tap that, because hotspot mode's off, it just loads the app. So I turn hotspot mode back on. It loads the clock. So that's an example. This one up here is one that somebody else made. Let's get rid of this one now. Look. I think it's served its purpose. So the one up here at the top is is a widget that somebody else made. So I've got different hotspots for the weather, for battery stats, and at the top there for the calendar. Some of the widgets that people make are simply quite amazing, to be honest. If I remember, hopefully I will. I'll put a link in the comments down the bottom to a thread on XDA, which has like lots of the different widgets that people made. So look at that, for example. I just think that's great. It opens up a whole new world for sort of theming and just, you know, putting funky designs on your phone. I mean, I think that's really beautiful. So obviously you've got the clock with the hands look, because it is just gone 2:30, as you can see. You've got the date, you've got the weather, and it is snowing outside. I haven't got hotspots set on this, I don't think. Calendar's kind of a default one, I suppose, and that might be a clock. There we go. But I would need to set the weather one at the side there. In fact, I'm tempted to swap to that. That's a very nice widget. I mean, I could be here literally probably hours showing you all the different widgets. Hopefully I've given you a good idea of how you can make your own. If you're wanting to import some, you can download this particular file, stick them onto your SD card, and then simply open and import. You want to import. So these are the ones I have on my SD card. When you see one, you tap on it, it imports it in. So there it is, metal weather, which is like a button. I think there's a few different ones you're supposed to use for that same theme. So once I've imported in, I then save it, metal weather, Oh, it says it's already there. I've already done it, obviously. So once it's saved, I can then place it on the screen. UCCW. Well, I'll show you, I suppose. Oops, what am I doing? So it is. I mean, I've been relatively brief showing you what I've done there. Like I say, you can angle things, you can change colours, you can insert images. It is, like I say, it's amazing what some people do. That's quite nice, isn't it? Again, need to set a hotspot up for it. But that's it. So it's UCCW. It's free, although I'm sure it keeps telling me. I was looking for. I thought it was a paid version, but I can't see it on the Play Store. If you search UCCW, not only will you find the actual app that creates the widgets, but you will get a lot of widgets come up in just on the Play Store. Some are paid. You know, fair enough. Someone spent time. If it's a particularly beautiful widget, you might be inclined to pay 60p or whatever they're asking for that widget. Why not? You know. But like I say, the thread on XDA developers, I'll drop that in the comments. You can. Oh, there's just thousands of amazing looking widgets. There you go. I'll try and wrap it up there. I think I covered most that you need to see. I suppose there is a sort order you can change so they overlap in the right order. There's so many different things that you can add in. Location, today's minimum, today's maximum, tomorrow's minimum and maximum. I can forecast day 2 tomorrow. Just shapes. I mean, it is just stunning, some of the things that people make. Anyway, like I said, I could go on for ages. I've given you a rough idea how it works. Go nuts. Do link in the comments to anything nice that you make. My name's Andy. I'll catch you all again soon.